Today marks 1478 days short lessons I learned and continue to learn with you. While I hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about how to analyze others. Yesterday I shared how to analyze yourself, but I think that is very, very important. Not just analyze ourselves, but analyze others as well, because sometimes we need to be able to walk away, sometimes to choose to spend more time with other people, sometimes understanding how they add value, how they take away, how they energize us, how they drain us, and really understand where they are coming from. I think is extremely important because when we're choosing the team, we need to make sure that we're choosing the right team and putting them in the right spots just to make sure that we're able to achieve that vision even faster. I will share seven things that we're able to really consider when we analyzing someone else. Number one is start with observation, not judgment. It's an interesting thing that sometimes people even say like great things. That's what they want to do, that this is their intention. But what we need to do, rather than really looking to their intentions, even though intentions could be great, really looking to their behavior. That's how we observe. We observe what do they do. And when we observe, we're able to say like what even sometimes body language, what the body language is saying, what their tone is saying, just those kind of things could be even more important sometimes because we can say that they say one thing, but when you see that body language is something saying different, that might be there's something is going on. So first one is observing how they treat other people, how they treat people that they do not have, that they will not get anything in return. Because I think that those observations, because if you know that that's how they treat people that maybe are not relevant for him, it might be that if you will become irrelevant, maybe they will treat you the same way. So being able to really observe all their behaviors, all the tones, everything around them, I think is extremely important. And again, it doesn't matter that what they do is not judgment, just being able to understand is this something that you want to tolerate in your life or Number two is listen for core values. And I think that's a beautiful thing because sometimes people say that that's always not fair. Maybe they just really value justice. Maybe they say that I can stand wasting time. Maybe they value efficiency. So basically being able to really be translators as well, looking what they say and what they say, what it means regarding values. Because knowing their values, we're able to say like, are their values actually aligning with our values? Are they what they're saying really leads to the values? Because sometimes you can say that my value is one thing because it sounds good, but when I communicate, when I take action, actually my values are different. Because one thing is saying values, other thing is living values. And again, this is part of those observing and part of listening what they're saying. Because sometimes you can say that my value is this one, but when you communicate what you want, your sentence saying that you value a total different value. So being able to catch that is extremely, extremely important. And of course, sometimes you need to look at what kind of things do they repeat. So when you repeat a couple times the same sentence, that means that this value is extremely important. Number three is read emotional patterns. And then okay, this is again probably will not be able to really see that immediately, but over time, do you see that they suppress their emotions? Do they openly share their emotions? Are they vulnerable? Are they open? Are they okay in taking criticism? Are they get defensive, offensive? How they take responsibility? Do they blame others? What are in general all the emotional patterns around them? Do you feel that you're walking on eggshells around them? Do you know how they will react, or do you know that they will be calm like oak tree and they will be able to handle everything coming to their way, even though maybe they will not be able to? Maybe they will be stressful. You know that they'll be stressful, but you know that they will be able to handle that stress because it's not about how much stress you have, but how much stress you can handle. That's a beautiful thing. So that means that if you are stressful, but you're able to handle and do the right things with that stress, sometimes other people have just a little bit of stress, but they're still not able to handle it. The handle is very, very important. And emotion regulation at the same time as well, how they regulate themselves. Because when you know that they're able to regulate, and sometimes it's very hard to really fully trust a person when you saw a person only during shiny good days. Because sometimes people fall apart when there is only a drizzle coming to their way. Number four is understand their motivational types. What they are motivated by, what are they aspire to achieve, what maybe they're motivated by significance, health, money. What is that status? What is the motivation? Connection, maybe. Because when you think about their motivations, it's like, are they motivated by the things that I was motivated to achieve? Because if they're motivated by money, but you're motivated by connection, at some point it might be that when you are creating a business together, it might be that you will be separate. One wants the connection and really adding value and significance, other person wants money. So that means it might be that those motivations will start to clash because the business decisions, one will be more acting and serving people, other one will be to maximize the profits and make more money. And of course, they will not land very well. So knowing that upfront, what are the motivations, understanding those motivation types from the get-go could be extremely important when you have relations in even in marriage. One person could be more money motivated, the other person could be connection motivated. And there might be a gap because one person wants to work 24 hours, the other person wants to really spend time connect to the person 24 hours. And there'll be some negotiation. If it is that kind of negotiation could not lead much anywhere because motivations are totally different. Number 5, watch for incongruence. And this is extremely important. So it means that when a person says, I'm very confident, but when they look into their eye, they sometimes look somewhere away because they show avoids eye contact. That shows insecurity. So it means it might be that people say that I don't care, but true deep down, you know that they deeply care. Because sometimes when people say I don't care, there's a lot of times who do not care, but some people are just avoiding caring, even though they care a lot, but they avoid, I don't care, even though that deep down they care a lot. So I would say I'm over it. But tone is bitter, anger, shame, guilt. So that means being able to really see what they're saying and understand like where is the incongruence? So they'll say like my values is my biggest value is my family, but look into their life and they live life where they spend a lot of time with their friends, drinking, doing a lot of activities, but they don't spend a lot of time with their family. That's its incongruence, what they're saying and actually what they're actually doing. So being able to really see those, because that shows against how much they unaware about themselves. Sometimes we just need. Sometimes they're not that bad people. There's no bad people in general, but a lot of times it's not intentional. Because some could be intentional manipulation. Sometimes could be not intentional, but they just do not know what they're doing. They not know. So sometimes being able to help could be saving the person. Number 6 is analyze yourself simultaneously. What it means is that we're able to really analyze ourselves how this person is impacting me. What kind of emotions do I feel around this person? I think that's when you analyze other person, it's always very important to understand what that person projected on me, what that person reminds of maybe of someone, what that person is doing to me, what is that person is making me better, is this person making me worse, if this person is just neutral, because we want to spend the most of our times with people who actually add value, not giving us something. Sometimes really when we give to them is adding tremendous value. That person is plus in our lives because we're able to feel meaning. We feel able to be purposeful, meaningful. And that's again very important. It's not about that they are giving us. We are able to give them, and at the same time, we're able to get so much out of it. And last one, number 7, integrate and not judge. I think that I truly believe that we need to learn not to judge. I used to be judging person, not always, but I think that it's very important to learn how to really live a life with full love and learn how to really judge the behavior, not the person. I think that's one of the key aspects of real life and real live in connection with people is learn how to judge the ideas, thoughts, behaviors, but not the person who has those thoughts, those beliefs, those behaviors. Because when we make connection between bad idea and bad person, and we may start to believe that the idea is a bad person, that's where I think bad things start to happen, and people hurt each other because they have the idea that if a person has a bad idea, that is a bad person. And I think that's a big what we need to understand, and that the pattern is to really try to understand their behaviors and understand where those behaviors are coming from. Because when we understand that every single person in general is good, but at some point something happened that they turned into doing bad things. Because of course we able to know that some bad people could do good deeds, and some good people could do bad deeds. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.